Hello, all, and welcome to a late night beer review. Well, I guess it's not a beer review, it's a hard seltzer review. Sorry. It's right after work, as you can see by the fact. Oh, yeah, look at it, man. My hair is groomed. Now you see what I look like, right after the end of a work shift. It is a little bit past 11 o'clock at night, so I recently switched work shifts, hoping that, the change would be good for me, mental health wise. And I learned that from the past two nights that my shift change means I'm doing a lot more physical activity now. After basically power walking for about 5 to 8 miles, which is what I'm, doing as part of my work, walking really fast, it's really hard to fall asleep after that. So I've had insomnia for 2 nights, and I am really amped up right now. I was having trouble with the cameras, as I always do. I don't even think I should even mention it anymore. It doesn't really work all that well. So I just threw it against the wall. Get frustrated rather than use my brain. So I go and turn on the controls, and for some reason I find it stuck on like an old microphone setting that doesn't work anymore, and I'm not sure why. I change it, and now I decided to work. So what are we reviewing? Bud Light Platinum Seltzer, Wild Berry. Let's see here. When was this one? No real date on this. This is 8% ABV. I figure if I drink this, this will knock me out, enough that I can fall asleep, which is really what I'm hoping for. Um, I'm not thinking that this is going to be a very great thing to drink, but yeah, it's a hard seltzer. It was ridiculously cheap. This was about $2.50 from the grocery store near where I live. And if anyone's been paying any attention to recent news, there's probably a reason why it was discounted so heavily. I'm not going to go into it because it's purely political and has nothing to do with the alcohol whatsoever. I do have a position on it. Obviously, it's not the hard boycott position because I'm here reviewing this, but yeah, I don't care to share that position on the political matter related to this because it has nothing to do, one, with reviewing the actual beverage, and two, I want this to remain a fairly apolitical channel. I know for a fact that there are people who watch this who are very conservative, and there are people who watch this who are not conservative. So, yeah. So that's why I'm not going to really talk about it. I mean, if you don't know what the political debate is about this, well, you're probably not American, and you should probably be glad because, I mean, no matter what your belief is, I think whatever your position is, it's kind of stupid. All of it, all of it. That from start to finish, there's no way that you can, no matter where you are, if you really sit back and look at it, it's like, wow, this is really stupid. This is a really stupid thing to have even be an issue, you know. um, because there are so many more important things in the world, in my opinion. But yeah, so let's get to reviewing this hard seltzer. It's probably going to be a very quick review because I'm drinking this to fall asleep, not for flavor. It was cheap. Okay, so clear. It smells like wild berry. Go figure. Kind of has kind of chemical scent to it as well. Oh God, I was expecting bad, but I wasn't expecting. Holy shit, this tastes like a fucking chemical accident. I'm not acting, guys. I mean, that was my freaking honest. You know, I had this in the freezer too. I don't even want to know what this tastes like warmed up. Okay, let me describe it to you. Imagine the most artificial flavor that you can think of. Like, just like an artificial candy flavor. This doesn't taste like wild berry at all. It just tastes like artificial flavoring. And, you know, on top of that is like, what is, yeah, so there's agave syrup in that. So that's probably why it's so cloyingly sweet. I want to emphasize this is ice cold. So my taste buds are being numbed right now. Once you get past that god awful chemical flavoring and cloying sweetness, you're left with like this top note and aftertaste of really, really cheap industrial alcohol. I mean, this is only 8%, but damn, this is like more boozy tasting than like some hard liquors that I've had. I'm going to regret this. I just am. I just am. Even at the deeply discounted price of $2.50, this is a fucking ripoff, man. You could you could give this to me for free, and I would reject it. I am 100%. I'm not going to drain pour this because I want to fall asleep. So I need this alcohol right now because I don't have any other alcohol in the house. So yeah, I'm going to force this down my gullet. Brush my teeth, take a shower, and go to bed. Oh, so as much I'm going to try to force myself. I'm going to drink as much as this as it takes to get a groggy. Let's put it that way. You know, to turn off this wiredness that I got from work. And it's not coffee wiredness. Yes, I drank a coffee at the start of shift. That was 8 hours ago. It should not be still rotating in my system. Crazy like. Bud Light Platinum Seltzer Wild Berry. Don't, for the love of God, don't fucking drink this. I'm cursing more than I usually do in my reviews, but it's really that god awfully bad. It is. It's a freaking chemical accident. You know, as part of that political controversy, Bud Light is losing a lot of sales. Um, they should be losing sales, but not because of any political controversy. They should be losing sales because this fucking sucks. And I'm sorry for my language, but yeah, um, it really is that bad, and two, I tend to speak like a sailor at work. It's kind of hard to turn off, on and off in a hard way. It's something you kind of have to transition out of. No. Oh God. Is there somebody who drinks this and enjoys it? Please tell me. I know nobody who watches this actually enjoys it. I mean, there are some much more generous reviewers than me who watch this, and I think even they would find this highly, highly wanting. And whatever it is now triggering my runny nose thing. So yeah, I don't know why, because it's nothing but agave sugar, artificial flavoring, and cheap booze. So yeah. Well, I guess that's your hard seltzer review for tonight. And I want to reiterate: don't drink this. This is awful. This this it. I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss for words for how awful it is. But I feel grogginess coming on, so that's a good thing. That's what I was looking for. Um, I don't want to go and toast. I usually end the review with a toast. I don't want to toast it off on this stuff here. Um, so I'll say to better times and better beers, better whiskeys, better anything really. I mean, this was. Oh, how can they sell this? I mean, how can this before the controversy was popular? It's like, do people not have taste buds? Well, folks, that's it for tonight.